That Douglas Lima versus MVP, that's a tough one. I can either see the fight going two ways. I think Douglas Lima has a lot more experience than MVP, so I do in the all-round MMA game. But Michael's awareness and distance and control has never been seen before in this sport. So he brings it from the kickboxing. So it can either be Lima's fight IQ take over, cancel MVP out, pick him apart and break him down and maybe get a finish or go to the distance, or else you can see MVP not being touched, controlling that distance, confusing Lima, give him stuff he has never seen before in his long career, and knocking him out cold. That's I feel like it's going to be one or the other. So I do, and it's going to be fireworks. I can't wait for that fight. I'm a massive fan of MVP, so I am and I'm looking forward to seeing what happens on the night.
Oh no, that one I don't want to do because I know them both. One of them gonna hate me, so I'd rather not do that.
I can't see what he can do to beat Lima, other than trying to outscore him, and I don't think Lima will allow that to happen. I think Lima is big, he's strong, he punches extremely hard. His grappling and ground game is better than mine, and you've seen what I did to Michael Page, and I don't think the time period from the fight that we just had to facing Douglas Lima in Chicago is enough for him to improve to be able to beat Lima. And I think Lima will win wherever the fight takes place.
MVP and Douglas Lima.
Oh, great fight. Michael Venom Page and Douglas Lima. Very exciting fighters. I think for me the advantage, or the one that I would put my money on, would be Lima. I think he's a little more well-rounded, very experienced. I believe he's a little bigger as well. I could see him, definitely giving him a hard time on the feet, but then if Lima happens to take MVP down, I think his jiu-jitsu could definitely get the submission. So I would put my money on Lima, but of course Venom is a very dangerous striker, so it's going to be fireworks for sure.
I think that is going to be a cracking fight. Douglas Lima is phenomenal, but so is MVP. MVP is someone that I speak to. I met through Bellator, so obviously I've got a lot of support for him. But he's got his work cut out, but he's a very, very awkward striker, so yeah, it's going to be a cracking matchup, and I can't wait to see it.
Man, I'm going with MVP, man. I'm going with MVP. Like all his last fights, he shows up and he puts them out. So the fight against Paul Daley was a really good fight. He did what he had to do to win that fight. So it was good.